Hello. So in your presentation, we're going to be talking about whether Waseda's brand communication is being successful at showing the world-class quality. So our title of the presentation would be, has this brand communication really been successful in representing the world-class qualities of Waseda? In the introduction part, I will be talking about the fact that Waseda puts so much emphasis on being world-class, and I'll be explaining it through giving some examples. So in what aspect Waseda'a is considered world-class? I picked up some attractive examples. According to the University Brand Power Survey conducted in 2017, Waseda'a got Best Known University and Most Comprehensive Curriculum and Most Potential for Development, Best Evaluated University by Public, and Most number of clubs and circles and club activities, and Most dormitories and scholarship. And according to Japan University ranking in 2019, which was conducted by Asahi Shimbun publication, Waseda got first place in the best for job seeking, and second place in most international student enrollment, most students going abroad, best evaluated university, and number of athletes at the Rio Olympics. These are just examples, so there's more data that shows Waseda being the world class other than this. But overall, we can say that Waseda holds world class quality as one of the best university in Japan.
As Takeru discussed, we can clearly see how Waseda puts emphasis on being a world class just by taking a look at the website by Waseda. But what is world class university? Before assessing the communication of our university, I would like to take some time to consider what Waseda has to present in terms of its communication. Let me put it in another way. For the students choosing a university, what makes a university world class? Of course, education. University is a place to learn. There are many ways students can have an invaluable learning experience in university. But one extremely essential form of learning should come from the conversations and discussion of the students on campus. And when there are various views and opinions from various perspectives, discussion becomes extraordinarily intriguing. Therefore, being known to have diverse student body is crucial in being seen as a world-class university as stated in the article Economic Times. Actually, even the QS World University Ranking Portfolio, to which many of those seeking for their dream universities turn to, has their criteria including international faculty ratio and international student ratio. For prospective students, Professor J. Luke Wood, Chief Diversity Officer and Professor of Education at San Diego State University, promotes that they deeply investigate and determine what a college's commitment to diversity and inclusion truly is. Now that a key component to present when intending to be a world class has been discussed, let's take a look at what Waseda can actually offer in terms of diversity and therefore inclusion.
After you have understood what makes a university world class, let's take a look at the actual data of Waseda's representation as a world class university in terms of diversity and internationality. Regarding its quality of education, the number of international students must be evaluated, as it is one of the iconic characteristics of Waseda's representation of diversity. Indeed, as shown on the screen, the number of international students enrolled in Waseda is showing constant increase in the past years. Note that from the number in 2020, we can see how the COVID pandemic has caused a significant decrease in this number. This number is ranked the first in Japan, meaning Waseda has the most international students in Japanese universities, regarding its number, not the rate of the students. Another aspect would be the language courses provided for domestic students in the Global Education Center. According to their homepage, there exist 23 language courses outside English, reflecting the diversity and internationality of the students and educators. This international characteristic can be observed in Waseda's campus communication too. When you visit the campus, I'm sure you'll notice how there's an English translation basically everywhere. However, this gives rise to this question. Is only an English translation enough for all the international students? My opinion is no. They should consider more about the linguistic and ethnic backgrounds. Although there exists more representation of Waseda's world-class branding, like our sales faculty and more, What do you think so far about Waseda's diversity branding? Has it appropriately represented its brand as a world-class university?
So let's take a look at some facilities that Waseda has established to represent its diversity branding. Waseda has established numerous facilities that are dedicated to promoting diversity in the campus, such as the Intercultural Communication Center, the Gender and Sexuality Center, and the Daridemo Toilet, which means restrooms for everyone. This restroom was originally created as restrooms for the disabled, but the university added the label for all genders to make sure all people, regardless of their gender, physical conditions, and parental status, could enter without any hesitation. But despite all the facilities that Waseda has installed, how many of these facilities are actually recognized by Waseda students or the communities that surround the university? The ICC, for example, has been established to foster ties with international students in Waseda. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, they have started to use the internet instead of their ICC lounge to organize events that promote cultural interaction. The Gender and Sexuality Center serves as an area for people to learn, collect information, and to seek advice on issues related to gender and sexual diversity. However, many are not aware of this facility, which hints the possibility in a failure of communication. Yet, Waseda emphasizes interconnectedness with the community and have dorms and community spaces around the campus, making the university environment a space that can be spent beyond its students and faculty members.
Next, I'll be talking about how Waseda'a is communicating with both inside and outside audience and how Waseda's campus life is developing. As most of the university tries to promote their brand value in various ways, Waseda University also has a dynamic way of storytelling their own uniqueness, campus life, and faculty profiles. For Waseda'a, such promotion is done mainly through vignettes, videos on SNS channels, and Waseda websites that is translatable into over 13 different languages. Although such one-way storytelling could be appealing to certain audiences, a new model of communication tool to engage and interact with the prospective students seemed to be necessary. If you look closely at the entrances of Waseda University campuses located in Tokyo, you can easily spot the differences. While Waseda campus is widely open to any visitors that includes a large number of prospective students, tourists, and artists, the other two campuses are relatively low in terms of accessibility. In order to communicate with the outside more, there is a need for other campuses to be more open that could possibly increase the brand power and the awareness of Waseda even more. In recent years, Waseda University has opened a new way of communicating with not only Waseda students, but also with exchange students from abroad. Similar to Stanford University, Waseda has managed to develop a Waseda residential college model by fixing several Waseda dormitories around the campus, allowing the students to be more inclusive and engaging with the campus life. Moreover, Waseda campus has now become a learning content itself. The 4 museums and the Murakami Haruki Library, set to open soon, are co-located inside the campus, consisting of cultural assets, which allows the students to cultivate knowledge on a wide range of subjects, similar to the model of Aoto University, co-locating their business and the design school.
I would like to conclude this presentation with a brief summary on how Waseda University can be improved in order to fulfill its identity of being world-class. To summarize, Waseda University offers education that places value in diversity and inclusion. And to complement that, its campus also embraces such qualities that ensures the inclusion of all faculty members as well as the surrounding community. Aforementioned International Communication Center, Gender and Sexuality Center, restrooms designed for everyone, and the interconnectedness within the community are some of the examples. However, all these valuable resources will be meaningless if it lacks in communication to represent them. And that brings us back to the initial question posed in the beginning. Has Waseda's brand communication really been successful in representing its world-class qualities? From the presentation, despite its storytelling and brand communication, it became clear that there are room for improvement. So considering that, what will the future of Waseda'a will be like? What can Waseda'a do to improve and enhance what it has to offer? The answer lies in appearing true to its ideals and missions. Especially in means of communication, it will be inevitable to recognize and clearly promote the world-class qualities and the facilities that Waseda'a offers. And that will be the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching.